Okay, so May 30th, I decided to connect Name Game 2.0 to Halloween. Everything fit like a glove. Literally, it was Michael Loves Laurie, Beauty and the Beast. Well, proven the fact by John Murdy himself that the Jackson 5 was not the boy band in question, I decided I wanted to take another stab at this. Now, granted, I know this is the 11th hour, and I'm more than aware that before this day is over, this will be official, but I'm a completion guy, and I wanted to break this down for you guys. So, let me break this down from clue to clue, and hint to hint, and tell you why Name Game 2.0 is something different. Okay. This was done on Friday the 13th. I'm sure that was done on purpose, but it wasn't done to throw people off, I don't think. The code name is called Name Game version 2.0. I'm going to give you 4 hints that if you solve them will reveal 4 names. They are not hints to the maze, but they will reveal, connected together, the ultimate hint to the maze. Now, there was a red herring here, and the red herring was a famous member of the Oakland or LA Raiders. And Murdy says there are no famous Raiders, so that's gone. So that eliminated that clue. Let's start with this. So, basically, we'll go one by one, hint by hint. Hint number 1, the first name of a member of a famous boy band. Via a lot of context clues, we realize this is a boy band that was famous in the 80s or the 90s, given the fact that the 60s was knocked out, the 70s were knocked out, and obviously this was before the 21st century, which means that it would not be the 2000s. So, it's somebody from the 80s and 90s. And also connected to the fact that this could possibly be NSYNC, the Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block, New Edition, or 98 Degrees. Boyz II Men's in there as well. So, basically, I would say right now that it would be a little harder to figure that out, because there's a lot of distinct boy band personalities in those boy bands. Well, Justin Timberlake was used last year, so I think that knocks out NSYNC. And I actually said NSYNC, and Murdy's like, no, it's not NSYNC. I was like, okay, fine. So, New Kids on the Block jumps to mind. And New Kids on the Block, I was like, I made the Mallrats reference, like, alright, and as Shannon Hamilton once said, call me Donnie. And he's like, no, it's not Donnie. He's like, I'm not saying it's Donnie, I'm saying that was the clue. So, it's going to be probably one of the J's, Joey, Jordan, or Jonathan. And as you connected the clues, you realized real quick that this is Jordan Knight, who had a really mildly successful solo career as well when NKOTB went away. And then when they reformed NKOTB-BSB with the Backstreet Boys, I actually thought that that worked really well, and they're on tour currently. So, it's relevant. That clue tied into the bonus clue for the famous Oakland or LA Raider, which was proven to be a red herring. So, that's off the table. Number 2, there is a Broadway musical, a very famous Broadway musical that's a little more evil. Sorry, I did a lot of musical theater in my youth. The musical in question is Pippin, which, doing a further research, and given the fact that he told us on Twitter, John Murdy confirmed that he performed the song Corner of the Sky to win his acting scholarship to college. So, Pippin mixed with Jordan, you see what I'm dribbling here? You probably do, but let me connect it all, because it's all here, right? I feel like so giddy after coming up with this. Number 3, the name of a significant other of a character in a famous teen comedy. Now, this was also confirmed as a teen comedy done by the late, great John Hughes, and that only has 5 distinct possibilities. And we finally figured out that with using other things in the past, this is actually connecting to Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And that makes most sense right there. The character in question is Mia Sara's character of Sloane Peterson, which was Ferris Bueller's girlfriend. This is a movie from the 80s, and like I said before, the bonus hint pretty much says that it's also a main character. Sloane covers that. So we have Jordan, Pippin, and Sloane. Doesn't make any sense, really. Is there someone named Sloane? And nah, we'll get to that. Okay. Number 4 was confirmed by my good friend Aaron from Horror Nights Updaters, and that was the name of the band Love, starting out in the 1960s, a garage rock band. And the bonus hint was they had a song that was covered by the Ramones called 7 and 7 Is. Alright? So we've got Jordan, Pippen, that's circling the hole, I don't know if it's going to go in or not, Sloan, and Love. Well, what jumps to my mind is the fact that Murdy literally said, I came up with a connection that 99.9, or in this case, 99.999% of people would never put together. So we've got Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Jerry Sloan, and Bob Love. And if you're unaware, and until just a few minutes ago, I was totally unaware that they are the only players in the history of the Chicago Bulls to ever have their jerseys retired. So they all have a connection. Now they have another one. Now granted, if you really think about it, Chicago is all about the crimson and black. Crimson? Bull. What does a matador say? Toro. What is literally the bull in Spanish? Del Toro. That's right. Name Game version 2.0 is Crimson Peak. And I believe, as of this very moment, it is going to be a Hollywood-only property. Now, I could be wrong about that, because I'm hearing whispers in the 11th hour that a couple of things in Orlando might have been scrapped, and let's just say London fell through. You could take that any way you want. But we don't know this. We won't know this until our official reveals. And given the fact that Orlando is really, really quiet right now, I'm not exactly sure this is going to happen. Now, I said back in November that I thought Crimson Peak was coming to our event. I thought it was going to be a share. I thought it was going to be Legendary Pictures shared property or shared promotion house on both coasts. Now I'm not so sure. The way to equate this is the fact that we got Freddie versus Jason, and John Murdy said, you know what, we can do it another year. Why? Because he gets to work with Guillermo del Toro. That makes perfect sense to me, and that means that both coasts have an exclusive property that is unique enough to get the other coast to travel all the way to the other end of the country in order to view it. So, that's it. And the Instagram video furthermore confirms it, and my good friend Tristan, HHN Fan 16, basically posted a video that stop motion got you to realize it's officially Crimson Peak. So Name Game version 2.0 is Crimson Peak, and I'm really curious to see where we go now. When we're going to get another announcement in Orlando, when we're going to get a dual announcement for both coasts, when we're going to get another announcement after this in Hollywood. Hollywood's waited a long time, and they're finally getting rewarded with something that I know Orlando fans are going to be really upset that we're not getting. But then again, like I said, maybe London fell through. It's anyone's guess. We'll have to find out. That's what we've got for this week, and like I said, this is at the 11th hour, and the San Diego Comic-Con Legendary Pictures panel will be at 2:30 today, which is going to be on the West Coast, which means it's going to be 5:30 Eastern Standard Time if you're on the East Coast, and they will be announcing Crimson Peak, and that's when we are expecting to get our official announcement. And I found this really entertaining and really interesting, and this actually really excited me, because the second I posted this message, I said, I got it, they're all Chicago Bulls. Jordan, Love, Sloan, and Pippen. John Murdy says, uh-oh, baby daughter woke up, ... be back with you guys later today. I can be defeated, but I do my best to make sure it does not happen. So we look forward to see what post-punk is. Is it Insidious like we're thinking? You never know. Could it be Sinister? No, because Sinister is officially confirmed via Comic-Con as well to be a contest to win a trip to Six Flags Fright Fest in LA. So, yeah, Sinister is not going to do cross-promotion with two different haunts this year. So Sinister is out for this year, and we can think that Sinister is going to come to both coasts next year, and I do believe that does happen. So what we got coming up next? I got a feeling that Orlando may be doing something that might make everyone scream, and I think that Hollywood and Orlando both got to do something that's really, really insidious. I don't know. It's anyone's guess. We'll see. So that's what we've got for this week, and I want to thank everyone out there for continuously watching the Halloween Horror Nights videos, and continuously watching all the great Horror Nights updaters, including my good friends in the Horror Nights updaters. Their collective channel, Horror Nights Updaters, they will be doing a live podcast later today, and I will be a part of that, and you can check that out. There's a link on their channel. You can check out their singular channels. My good friend John, Psychomassacre Films. My good friend Aaron, The Red Steel TV. My good friend Vic, Dr. Emmett Brown 1. My good friend Neil, UKHHN. You have Deadly Fear 1283. You have Mr. Horror Nights. You have David, the Crazy Englishman. You have my great friend Tristan, HHN Fan 16. My friend James, HHN Updated 1. You also have the Thrill Seeker Network. You have First Class Horror. You have HHN Fanboy, HHN Phantom. Check out all their channels on YouTube and follow along with us as we are now starting our announcement season. The best is yet to come. So, that being said, I want to thank you guys and girls out there for watching. And until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all I gotta say about that.